Hey guys, what is up? DT Fang here, and we are going to be doing an episode of Farming Simulator 19 tonight. So let's get into it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are day after Christmas here. I hope everybody had a good one. I think we're going to play a little farm sim tonight. Just something a little relaxing, a little bit laid back. Not having to drive so much. I did manage to get all the European Truck Simulator jobs finished. I'm sorry, yeah. And I only have, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 5 more to go on American Truck Simulator. But I figured we would save that for just a night or two. And we're going to be trying something just a little bit different tonight. Playing some farm sim, seeing how far we've gotten. So we have modified the farm here quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit, not nothing major, but I did connect these 2 fields over here. These were 2 separate fields, so those are connected, and they now have soybeans. They're for 50% fertilized. They're growing. I do have weeds turned on, so we will be getting some weeds that we're going to have to get rid of. I have modified the landscape here a little bit, made it a little bit smoother. Over here, there's no buildings or anything anymore. Let's see what else. Over here is the silo for, so we can make silage and whatnot. I just have added this, and then I had to smooth this ground out, and I ran out of money with smoothing the ground out there. So anyway, I also added, let's see, what else did we add? These lights. These are a mod that I downloaded. They are really cool lights that are automatic come on. They're not too bad expensive either to place them. So I've placed one there, and one down by the windmill way down there. We've still got the 2 tractors, the Case here and the Valtra. But this I bought. I did upgrade our harvester to the Massey Ferguson 7347. So it's going to be. It doesn't take near as long to harvest now, which is great. So basically what we need to do now is just work on getting some money so we can expand and just, get our farm going a lot more than it is right now. So what we can do while we're waiting on the on this stuff that we just planted to grow is we can do some of these contracts. Now, I just recently started doing contracts. They're kind of cool. They're an easy way to make money. especially when you can borrow the equipment. And also, when you borrow the equipment, you like this is a good one that I've already done before. This one's a fun one. I won't say fun, but it's worth a pretty good amount of money. This one is a harvesting mission. It's got it'll pay you 39,000 for field 7. Harvest the sugar beets. So obviously this is specific to sugar beets. I think we're going to try that. Oh, whoops. Nope, I can't be doing that. Let's see. Do we want to cancel and lose? Yeah, I didn't mean to do that because I need to borrow the equipment. Hey there, CS Gamer. How you doing, buddy? Glad you could join me tonight. Hope you're doing all right there. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to... I don't know if I want to do baling. I want to do something worth a good bit of money. Field 8 harvesting. What are we harvesting? The wheat in Field 8. Yeah, that sounds kind of... Oh, Field 8 is like the biggest field, I believe. Oh, yeah. That's... I don't know if that would take forever. I don't think that's going to be worth it. Not too bad. SCS, doing pretty good. Had a pretty good day. Sorry, my eyeball's itching. Had a pretty good day. Not too bad busy at work. This time of year is kind of our slow time anyway. And it was pretty dead for the most part. But yeah, doing all right. Wanted to chill out a little bit. Got going to take a little bit of a break from the driving. Just because. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Contracts is what we're after. Cotton harvesting, I've done that before. That's interesting. Transporting, no, that's like nothing. Let's do a, let's see, will it let me redo it? No, I gotta hit space to collect. Nothing. Harvesting. All right, let's try this one. Let's do this harvesting. And that way we can actually do the sugar beets, which I have not done. SES, how was my Christmas? It was good, buddy. How about yours? Yeah, we had a great time. There we go. All right, so I need to get this to field. What field are we going to? Field 17. So, oops, where is that? Field 17. Oh, okay. That's just right up from my farm here. Okay. So we'll go. We are at the shop. So I will go across the tracks and just follow this all the way down past the railroad silo. Okay, yeah, I know where to go, I think. Okay, so let's get in this. Whoops, wrong button. All right, there's the header for it. So I guess I need to back up and go ahead and get the header put on it. Whoops. Bear with me just a second here. SCS, I do apologize. I need to, there's a trick to actually starting this, the steering wheel locks up if you don't do something first, and I'm actually starting Euro Truck just for a second to free up the steering wheel. I can't just deactivate the centering spring for some reason, and it kills it every time. That's why you're hearing Euro Truck in the background there. So let me just load this real quick here, and I'll cancel out of it. For some reason it pops, it like frees up the steering wheel, and then it's fine. But if I don't do this before I launch Farming Sim, it's really hard to turn the wheel. So it's kind of bizarre actually, but yep, there it goes. I figured this trick out. Let me close that. Let's see. Yep, close that out. Okay, and we should be good now. There we go. Okay, we're still on the screen. Wheels turning. Okay, we are good. Alright, let me back up and get this thing connected. Or try to, anyway. There we go. Alright. Now, it's been a while since I've done beats, so this will be fun. Alright, so there's that. I need the tractor and that and this. Okay, that's not too bad. And we are going across the tracks, and then let's see. I think I'd set up this way. Hey, what's up there, Drag Racer? You doing all right tonight, buddy? Hope you had a good Christmas. Doing pretty good here. Just got started. Hadn't streamed in a few days, so I wanted to hop on and just do a little something at least for a little while. Definitely wanted to just kind of relax tonight and play some farm sim, so that's a nice relaxing game. And just work on getting my farm up and more advanced and get some better equipment. Yeah, I forgot how long some of this. I mean, if you're actually truly playing it without a modded profile or anything, it's challenging. It really is. It's fun though. I can't even tell you how many hours I played this on the, or not this, but FS17. I can't even tell you how many hours I played on the PlayStation 4 after I got it. I mean, just hours and hours and hours. All right, so there's the railroad silo, which we're not going to, but I think it's down here on the right is the field that we are going to. Should be, let me bring the map on the screen there. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's the map. So we should be, 17's right up this hill. Okay, so I'm going to have to take this right at this street down here, or right here. And it should be just right up over this hill. Now the good thing is once I get finished with the job, the equipment, I don't have to drive it all back. It just automatically goes back. Okay, this is right here by that church is what this is. Okay, I see. All right, now if I remember correctly, does this store any of them? Let's see, let me unfold it. I can't remember if this stores some and then I transport them out. I think it does. Yeah, it does store. Yeah, there's a pretty big storage bin there. Boy, this thing has a lot to unfold. Let's see, so let's lower it, turn it on. Let's see if we can start harvesting, see what happens here. Yep, and we are harvesting because we've got actual numbers going up there, so. Oh, hey, no problem, Drag. No problem, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, I haven't streamed in a couple of days. I better get back to it. But I enjoyed the time off. I really did. It was fun. I had a really, really good Christmas and just enjoyed eating some really good food and relaxing and now, I mean, I still played, but I didn't stream. But I've been playing, you know, pretty much for 4 or 5 days straight. So, whoa, what happened there? Huh. Well, this is weird. Look at this, how this is happening. Huh. Let's see. Maybe I'll back up and get back down. Well, luckily, this is all based on percentages. So, even if I don't get right up there to the edge, I should still be okay. Yeah. Yes, I gained like 20 pounds. Yeah, I hear you. Definitely. We got, man, we made so much food. I mean, we made, gosh, what did we make? What didn't we make? We made cookies, we made bacon and eggs, breakfast casseroles, which, you know, was like egg and cheese and sausage in it. We made sausage balls. We made, gosh, I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, just everything. We had a big ham for breakfast Christmas morning. It was so good. And then Christmas Eve, we went over to my wife's parents' house and ate. And that was just another feast altogether. So, yeah, I'm about done eating for now. Yeah, I don't know how much I gained, but I guarantee I gained some. But once in a while, it's worth it just to have some good food and just relax and enjoy the holiday. That's what it's all about. So what are we harvesting again? Sugar beets, I think. Well, this is interesting. I've never driven this particular machine before. So this is kind of cool. I like doing the contracts because it breaks it up a little bit from you just doing the same machines and, um, because when you're just doing your own farm, you run out of things that you can change up until you get the money for it. So this is actually a nice little side thing to do just to change up your equipment and see what you might want to get, which is also pretty neat. Yes, and glad it's over. You're glad it's over. Yeah, I kind of am too. But I'm not. Luckily, though, I'll work until Friday, so 2 more days, and then I'm off for another 4 days. So I'm extremely happy about that. 2 4-day weekends in a row. It never happens. I mean, we just got lucky with the way that the holidays fell this year, so I'm pretty happy about that. But then after that, I don't think I get another day off holiday-wise until after July 4th. So, or until July 4th, I mean. Hey there, Fernando. How's it going, buddy? Hope you had a good Christmas. Nice to see all my regular guys coming back in and saying hi. That's awesome. This is a big machine. I mean, it kind of looks bigger than the regular harvesters to me. This thing's got a narrow little plow or header in the front. Oh, I'm doing pretty good there, Fernando. Not bad at all. Just kind of chilling out tonight and doing a relaxing game. Not that the truck driving's not relaxing, but yeah, I just went in the mood to truck drive tonight. Do 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 do. Oh, kind of missed part of it there. Oh well. I have to come back and get that. Man, this holds a lot of sugar beets. Look at that, 24, 25,000. Not exactly sure what that's going to translate to money-wise, but we might be looking at planting some sugar beets here fairly soon. Now that we have seen this machine in action. Well, there's no telling how much this machine is. This machine probably costs 200,000 easy in the shop. Hey there, Chris Taylor. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Dejan. You doing all right tonight, buddy? Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Glad everybody's back in and watching the stream tonight. Sorry I've been gone for a few days, but that's what happens in the holidays. Yeah, it's nice to take a little break, honestly. Guys, make sure you go over and check out Chris Taylor's page as well. He is streaming Euro Truck. I think he'll be streaming some other things too, but to start with, he's getting all of his settings together and everything, so maybe you guys can go over there and give him a subscription and give him a hand. That'll help out. Give him a thumbs up on the videos and whatnot. Whoops, there we go. I think we're full. I'm pretty good there, Dejan. Thanks for asking. Oop, let's see. Alright, I need to go get the tractor, which is here. Oh, this is one of my cool... Yeah, this is one of my favorite tractors because you can do... Check this out, guys, if you haven't seen this. This is neat. You can do this. I love that. And then you can drive backwards. Makes it so much easier to hook up trailers. And then do it again and flip right back around. And there we go. So, alright, so I got to get this trailer up there. There was a mod that came out that if once we get enough money I can show you, but it's the IT Runner trailer, and that was in Farm Sim 17 as well. And it was pretty cool. It's ones where you have a trailer with wheels, and then it drops off and picks up these containers. You'll recognize it if you've seen it before when I get one, but I haven't got the money to get one yet. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit too much improvements on the farm as far as landscaping and different things like that, so that kind of robbed me of all my money. I spent like the rest of it just trying to clean up one area with landscaping earlier. I didn't realize it costed that much money to landscape, so I kind of messed up there, but that's all right. At least I've got some decent equipment back at the farm. And basically what we're doing right now is we're just kind of killing time until we can till the weeds kind of grow and we can fertilize again, and those two things on our regular farm. So let's see, I wonder if I can cut through here. Is that the railroad track? That's the railroad. I don't want to do that. Oh, no problem, Chris. Yeah, that's what we're here for, man. Help each other out. That's for sure. And also, guys, if you are enjoying the stream tonight, don't forget that you can subscribe and like the page. Subscribe and click the notification bell if you're enjoying it, and that way you'll be alerted next time I am doing a live stream. I usually do about 4 or 5 a week, so that way you can catch one whenever I go live, probably about this time of night, maybe a little earlier. It just depends on the day. So take a right here. Now this will be kind of interesting too, because I haven't had to unload this machine. It doesn't have like a pipe, so it's a little bit different. It's got that conveyor belt, and if it looks, it's probably very similar to the one that was in the red one that's in 17 for potatoes. It looks very similar to the potato one. Yeah, because see the big conveyor belt that came out there. Let's whoops. And back out a little there. We'll just pull this underneath it and get it to dump all the... I don't think it'll do it automatically, but it might. Or I might have to turn it on. Nope, it's doing it automatically. The Valtra. Yep. Yes, it is. Yep, the Valtra is one of my favorite tractors. I do have the... I've got this one at the farm. So this is one of the ones that I do own. Now this is just the one though that you borrow to do this job. Holy moly, that almost filled it up. Good grief, look at that trailer, it's full. So alright, and I've got to take all these to the shop over and over. Okay, this is going to be definitely a making a few runs, courier mission type thing. Alright, let's see. I don't want to do the... See, now this is going to be weird because I can't do the... I'm not going to be able to do the running and this at the same time because of the angle that it's going. The AI is not going to do it right. Um, well, you know what, though? I could do it this way. We'll just change our direction. It should be okay doing it straight down this way. At least I think it will. See if I can avoid backing right into the trailer again. That's gonna be close. Here, let me just move the trailer. That'll take care of it. All right, let me back that up a little more. All right, so let's see. Lower it, turn it on. It's back on. Start and H for helper. Lined up perfectly. Yep, helper's in on it. Let me take these back to the... Well, I'm not sure where it wants me to take them. I see the green dot. I think it's... let me look. Need to make sure. Contracts. And take it to Sugar Beets and Field 17 and take them to the restaurant. Okay. So I got to go to the restaurant, which is... I think here. Okay. Yeah, so I need to go up, get back on the railroad silo road, go all the way down to the shop, and then take a left. That's probably going to be the easiest way to get there. Okay. Yeah, Chris, that's a that yellow one is a sugar beet harvester. It's similar to the potato harvesting machine. I also did a contract earlier today, which was the cotton harvester. That's a weird one because it basically it bales it all together in one huge bale, and you can only, to give you an idea of how big the bales are, you can only fit 2 of them on a big semi truck. So I wasn't really ready for that. It was interesting, but it's a good, like I said, the contracts are a good way to learn a bit more about the game a little earlier. So if it's, that way you can tell if it's something you might want to do. As far as like, now I love the animal aspect. I've always loved the taking care of the animals. I have not done the horses yet. I'm really looking forward to that, and I refuse to watch any videos on it because I want to learn while I'm doing it. The only thing I've really watched a video on to refresh my memory was the mixture for the total mix ration, where it's like 2 hay, 1 what is it? 2 hay, 2 silage, 1 not wheat and not grass, straw. Jeez. So, oh, don't worry about it, Chris. No big deal. No big deal at all. I figured it was something like that. I was hoping it didn't like totally crash your computer. But yeah, we'll get it figured out. We'll both get on here and stream it and play at the same time. That'll be awesome. I figure we'll do this farm since it's still, not just ridiculously overblown, and I mean, unless you want to do that the other one, that Estancia La Pacha. I mean, I do like that one as well, but that one we pretty much have to start from scratch. I haven't done anything on that one. This one I've just kind of kept at it and bought a few things just to kind of get us to where we can start making some money. So yeah, this will be cool. All right, so just about to the shop, and then I said take a left. Yeah, so I need to take a left and go back down. Do. Yeah, we'll have to, like I was saying before, I'll have to, if you're cool with it, we can get me connected to your computer so I can see your screen, and I might be able to see something that you're not seeing, or just because I've had to load 2 different servers, or to get onto 2 different servers now, so I kind of know what to check for and everything. So maybe it's just one thing that's missing. I bet that's all it is. It's just like one little thing. All right, so this should be the restaurant here, and we got to dump this stuff here. The sugar beets. Yep. Go to the outside view. Yeah, I do like this Valtra. It's fast too. It's got pretty good horsepower as well as it being fast. I forgot I didn't turn off my buttons there, and I had that thing running. Do. All right, what are we doing here? We're gonna take this back and get another load. It's probably about full again. That didn't take long to fill up the harvester that first time. Now the other ones I haven't really had to hire a helper to do, but this one, I mean, it only makes sense because you're going to have to run so many loads of the sugar beets back to the restaurant while we're doing this. And it's not exactly right next to it either. That's the other thing. So it's a little bit far away. Shooby dooby. Yeah, now, if we had a actual server, it would tell you, if I had gotten the actual server set up, it would tell you which mods you were missing, exactly which ones. But since we're just doing it, like computer to computer multiplayer, and there's no real server, I mean, there is kind of a real server involved, but it's a temporary one, so it's not. It's nothing that we have any control over, so that is part of the problem, probably right there. But we'll see. We'll get it. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think if we choose the international one, it's going to be somewhere. I mean, it can't be midway because that would be in the ocean, but somewhere about the same distance apart. So the lag would be about the same between me reaching the server and you reaching the server, so that way it's not one-sided. Because I mean, I can play like on like the Armstrong one, I can play on it okay, and I don't really see a lot of lag, but I do drop connection fairly often. I'm saying fairly often. I mean, like once every couple hours, it'll drop it, and it'll say you've lost your connection to the game, and then I just relaunch it, and it's fine. All right, let's see where our beet harvester is. I think I see it. Yep, there he is. All right, so I'm going to stop here. Just turn the engine off. Go back to it. All right, where are we? Okay, we're only about halfway full, so not too bad. Yeah, the angle of this thing is weird too, because that's dead center, but if you look at the angle, it's a little like crooked or something. I'm not sure. Got the Panther 2. I like how the gooseneck is, or the neck out there is turning and the whole thing twists. So that double steering, that's pretty cool. I wonder if this thing would crab steer. It might crab steer also, instead of just all wheel steering. It could do both. But yeah, see, I mean, if you look, left, you got your stairs there, and you look right. Well, actually, that's about. Maybe I just didn't have it centered. There we go. I may have just not have it centered. Yeah, we'll test it out. I have no idea how it's gonna work. I have no idea at all. Whoa, what is this guy doing? He's gonna run off the hill. Good grief. He's gonna end up getting stuck. Okay, I'm impressed. Yeah, that's one that I don't mind letting the AI do. Wow, that was kind of messed up. Here, you know what? I think actually I'm going to take back over on this. Yeah, I am. Just because I don't want him running the harvester off the side of the mountain there. So we'll do this in the like the four-leaf clover pattern is what I call it, where you go up, and then once you get to the end, you swoop around, and then you go this way. I didn't get that too very close, but and then once I get to the other corner over here, I do the same thing in the same direction, and it just keeps going around and around and around. It's just a somewhat easier way to, or at least I found on big fields, it's just an easier way to turn around instead of having to stop, reverse, turn around, all that kind of stuff. It really doesn't use up any more fuel. It seems to be about as efficient. Plus, if you do it right, you can leave your cruise control on, and that way you're not having to stop so often. That's one thing I am extremely glad they do have in this game is cruise control, because that does help. Mind you, when Farm Sim came out, it was just a tester. 5.6, no problem. But there was an oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not huge. Well, yeah, I am. I'll take that back. I was about to say I'm not huge into mods for Farm Sim, but I actually am. Just because there's, I mean, that's how you get all the good maps and stuff too. Those are all mods, and then there's just some mods that you just kind of have to have. Like, I don't know if you saw them or not earlier. I don't think you were in the stream yet, but there's a like a floodlight mod that I've got for the farm that helps light it up at night so you can work a little better at night. I'll show you when we get back over to the farm. Just remind me to show you the lights. They're pretty cool. And I mean, that's just one of those little ones that's like that. And then you know, all the neat tractors and stuff that they're coming out with. So I mean, the mods aren't, or they wouldn't slow it down. The mods, once they're loaded, they load in the initial stages of loading the game, so that it's not like they're streaming. You know, the mods would be streaming or anything, or eating up bandwidth. So that's, you know, one good thing about them. The only thing that would eat up the bandwidth, like you were saying, though, is if, you know, we'll have to see how it streams and if it eats up too much bandwidth. I don't think it will. I don't see that it would take up any more than like a multiplayer Euro truck or, you know, American truck or anything like that. I can't see that it would take any more than that. But we'll just kind of have to see. Oh, we are about full again. Okay, I need to stop after this row here. If I can finish the row. Nope. Couldn't finish it. Alright, let me get the other one here. Yep. Back in the Valtra. Inside, see, I'm used to the... Well, no, that would be the same side as the pipe on the other harvesters. Sorry, I was thinking that they're on the right side, but they're not. Whoops. Got a little close there, and I actually hit the... I did it again. Let me back all the way up and get way over this time. That should do it. Nope. Boy, talk about having to be precise. I mean, you just barely... There we go. Oh, no, that's still... It's not letting me get under there. What? Now, why is that thing leaning that far this way, I wonder? Huh. Alright, well, I'll have to... Here, let me just do this. Whoops, wrong one. Let me pull around here. See if I can pull it around on the other side where it should be leaning in the other direction. And if it's not, then I'll have to figure something out. Okay, there we go. That was weird. It's leaning kind of strangely. Turn off the player farm sound. Oh, that's actually pretty easy, Chris. What you do is you hit escape on the map here. See where it says X for lands? You hit the X key on your keyboard, and then any land that's for sale, you just click, and it tells you how much, and you hit space to buy it. And it says space right down here. I don't know if you can see that online on the screen, but or you could click it with the mouse. But yeah, all you got to do is if you're in the game, you hit the escape key, and so you can see the map. Make sure you're on the globe here, not like here or anything. Make sure you're on the globe. Then you hit the X key, and it'll say well, when you first get in, it won't have any land purchased, but you highlight whatever area you want, and then you hit space to buy it. All right, let me get back over here and keep going on this. Well, now I got to move that thing again. I think I'm actually going to turn this one this other way here and try to get it to go this way. It's going to do something weird, I can already tell. Yeah, I can see right there. Well, let's just do helper. Alright, see, I'm going to have to go back and clean up, because this is going to go at weird angles. But, alright, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It'll just take a little bit of work on the back end. So did that make sense, Chris? Oh, don't feel bad. It took me a while to figure it out too. I was looking and going, I don't have any land. Why can't I buy land? And then I just was really looking at every screen going, all right, I'm missing something, and it just kind of popped out at me all of a sudden, and I hit it. I'm like, oh, well, there you go. I felt kind of stupid once I saw it. All right, so back down to the restaurant. Meep, meep. Road runner, the coyote's after you. Road runner. Oh, what is that, the animal dealer? Yeah, it's the animal dealer. I have not bought any animals from there yet. I haven't started the animals yet, but I definitely want to get some going. But to do that, that's why I've kind of started on the silo to put the silage in, or to where we can cut the grass and have it ferment into silage automatically. I know you can do it with harvested ones, but oh, did you? Dirt 4? You have to let me know how that is. I think I played 3. Was it 3 that I played? I played one of them. I can't remember, but I played it on just with a controller. I didn't play it with the steering wheel. That would be interesting to see how it is with the steering wheel. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. I need to get back on that road. Going completely the wrong way. Whoa. There we go. Oh, did you get it on Steam? Yeah, you gotta love Steam. I mean, really, I really want to look at getting whenever if they ever go publicly traded on the stock market. That is a stock that I would definitely invest in. Because, I mean, essentially, it's kind of going to be like the next Netflix, if you think about it, except for gaming. Or at least that's what I foresee. Alright, so let's take a left up here and get back down to the restaurant. And then all the way back up to the field. Oh, and that map that I could not figure out, I knew it had the word oak in the name, but it wasn't Lone Oak. It's Oak Field Farm is the one that I loved so much in the last game, or in Farm Sim 17. The map, it was Oak Field, not Lone Oak. Lone Oak was a different one, but Oak Field was the one that had that one big tree right out in the middle of the field, and you had to like harvest and plant around it. Now I'm sure you could go and cut it down and all that, but cutting it down with a chainsaw until you get the forestry equipment, cutting down trees is a pain in the butt. Let me tell you, because I had to cut down like 3 of them to clear up some land back at our farm. Oh wow, 80% off. Wow. Wow. $8.99. Geez, that's not bad at all. Yeah, I like deals like that for sure. That's how I got a lot of the Tomb Raider games, because I waited for so long to play them, and it's just one of those things where you wait long enough and the price on them just drops because they're either coming out with a newer one or whatever. And I some of the first computer games, well, not like very first, but like the after like Doom and some of those type games that were really literally the first ones that I played on computer. And then then came not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft, the game, the strategy game. That, oh Lord, me and my buddies played that for hours. I mean, hours and hours, well, months. I'll say months of solid time. Just because it was such a cool change in a networking game. So yeah, that's one thing that you're going to find, or at least that I have found so far, Chris, is you're going to get the bug to be able to change up what you're streaming a little bit. And like I said, like tonight, it's dead tonight for the most part. But I don't care. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. It's a nice break. People can go back and watch the stream if they want to, later. So I guess my mentality is I don't want to turn this into a job, because I would hate to do that to one of the things that I love to do so much, which is gaming. So I refuse to turn this into a chore. And the day that it does become a chore, I'll stop doing it. But anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm going to play. It's that constant philosophy question that, you and I talk about all the time about, well, do we stream this or do we stream that? Do we stream what we want to stream, or do we, stream what everybody else wants to see? And, I mean, it's a little bit of both. It's always going to be a little bit of both. But like I said, yeah, the minute that this no longer is fun, I'll stop doing it. And I'll just, go silent, I guess you could say, and just, do what I want, play what I want. Do 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 do. All right, and take a right. I think the Valtra, is it this one that has? Yeah, the windshield wipers. They do work. You can't turn them on manually, but when it does rain, they do come on. And this one's got one on the side here. See it right there next to the hub, and it goes all the way up and down that windshield or the side window there, which I did not know it did that. It was pretty cool. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite tractors. I want to see actually, you know what? Let's look in the shop. I want to see if they've got like a large one. I don't know if they do or not, now that I think about it. Well, there's that one. Does that one have? Yes, that one's got it. So there is a big one. I do like the JCBs too. It's a case. There's a Fent. Of course, you got to get the big bud. Yeah, those are nice ones too. And then I did ETS single player and did the exact same thing. And when it came up, it said, I changed the title. Oh, on the yeah, the streaming is a little, the setting up of the live stream thing. I always have to do it ahead of time and make sure that it actually does change before I go live, because yeah, it'll do weird stuff like that. And that's YouTube's fault. That's nothing that necessarily that you're doing wrong, because I've had several that won't save the changes, or like if I try to change my thumbnail or something like that, and it just does not seem to want to do it. All right, I'm going to be in the way here again if I'm not careful. Right, let me get completely out of the way. There we go. That should be completely out of the way. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, he's about full too. He's got his beacons on. So I might as well get back in this tractor and go ahead and come up beside him. Yeah, I was having a real hard time with getting all that stuff to jive the right to show the right thing. When I've kind of got the hang of it now though, but it took me several trial and error attempts. There we go. Hopefully I muted that before I sneezed in everybody's ear. Sorry if I did sneeze in your ear. Alright. Yeah, let's get this thing out of here now. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm crooked. I didn't realize I was crooked there. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, that's the one. One thing I really love about this headset is there's a button right here that I can push to mute the microphone, and comes in handy when I have to, either talk to my son or my wife, or if the phone rings or something, I can just pop that button. That way I'm not having to fool around with the keyboard or finding, where to pause or mute the mic on the Streamlabs or any of that stuff. Which, I mean, I could do as well. I could just, assign a button to it to do it that way, but... Alright, I gotta remember this time to keep going straight and not take a left there at the big cow. I have a bad habit of taking a left there at the cow, because the last couple of jobs that I did, one of them was bailing them and wrapping them in the the silage wrappers after you bale them, and I would have to transport those down to the what was that place that I went? The it's not the restaurant, it's the barn. I think it said the barn, and it's actually like a heating place that burns like wood and different things. So I think it sounds a ton better, Chris. I don't know what you were talking about the buzzing. I didn't hear it, unless it's just in your headset that you're hearing or off your speakers. You might be hearing some sort of a feedback loop or something like that, but I didn't hear it on my end. And I even turned it up to make sure, but I didn't hear anything. And your voice sounds very, very clear. Probably a lot clearer than mine, because you can only get so much clarity out of a headset. As opposed to like a standalone microphone. But no, it sounded good. It sounded real good. Did I do it again? No, I'm going the right way. Okay. You'll have to like take a screenshot of it or send me a picture of it, and let me see the mic, what kind of mic it is. I might have to end up getting me one. Or something similar, because I'd already thought about doing that anyway. Getting a like an actual desktop mic. That way, I'm not having to worry about that aspect of it, and having the voice, the voice sounding more clear anyway. That would be nice. But if you get a really good one, then you gotta, or at least the way that I've got my setup, I'd have to have a mic stand to have the microphone like over here or something, as opposed to on the desk. So that would be another thing. But I mean, a mic stand is not going to be that much. It's just like a tripod, pretty much. Alright, so that's done. I got to go back, take a left. That's part of the thing I really do like about the Farm Sim 2 is learning the towns that you're driving to and from. Oh, there goes the train. I like having to remember where to go and try not to look at the map to do it. And then sooner or later, that's one of the things I think I really liked about Oakfield, was like the roads and where they all led, and just trying to remember where to go. And actually, you know what? I'm going to turn the map off. That looks better anyway. Yeah, I decided not to do the track IR tonight, just to kind of give my head a rest from having that hat on all the time. And you don't really need it on this, because I switched from the inside view to the outside view anyway. So oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds good. And I'm not kidding. I'm not saying that just to make you feel good. No, it does sound a whole lot better. Yeah, the repeating. Well, you'll hear it twice, especially if you've got the volume. What I do, and it's going to help you out. Don't listen to the volume on your. You can watch the stream on your tablet, but turn the volume all the way off on your tablet. because all that's going to do is screw you up unless you're just checking to see if the volume levels sound about right. But as soon as you've kind of verified that they sound okay, you need to mute it, or you're going to get that feedback or that echoing. And then there's also, like I'm saying, like right now, I can only hear myself in my, like, I can hear, it's not coming, my voice is not coming through the speakers in the headset. And it's also not coming through the speakers on the computer. It's not coming out anywhere on my end. Because I noticed that if I did have it doing that, it was throwing me off because there's just that little bit of a delay. So, like, when I would say something, like if I said hello, it would go, hello, hello, like right behind it, and it would, trying to think of what you're going to say next, it would screw you up. So I've got mine, and I can, you know, send you a picture or whatever of what my settings are set as, and then we can also look at your OBS if I, you know, get connected to your PC, and just kind of look at your settings compared to my settings and make sure that everything's kind of similar. But like I said, I find that these work the best for me. That way I'm not having to worry about that weird echo, and also I can keep at least talking, but I can be playing a game even after, you know, everybody goes to bed. So that all they hear is my voice. They don't hear the game thumping or boom booming in the background. Hmm. All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch it back too and just double check. But I didn't hear the fuzzy. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it. You know, have you? Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it again. But I swear I did not hear any fuzz. Like when we were talking earlier, I didn't hear any fuzzy. I mean, when I was watching the stream earlier, when I hopped on, I didn't hear any fuzziness. Or maybe I'm just used to hearing a little bit regardless, and I'm could be something like that too. Man, this thing fills up quick. The other thing at some point I want to do is sugar cane. Sugar cane is you plant it once and then it like regrows over and over and over. Hang on just a second, if you will. Okay, guys, welcome back. Sorry, or I'm back. You didn't go anywhere. I did. Sorry about that. Yeah, we just had some strangeness going on here. My wife had to talk to me about something. It took a little longer than I thought it was going to, so no big deal. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Um, hey, Tyson, how you doing, buddy? Doing all right tonight? Hope you had a good Christmas. Let's see if this is going to be a weird... Yep, it's going to be that weird angle again. Darn it. All right, well, I'm going to have to go around to the other side. You're screaming too, or streaming? Hopefully you're streaming with a T, not with a C. Sorry. That was just kind of perfect. Yeah, just doing something a little different tonight. Didn't really feel like driving too much tonight, but I didn't want to stream, so... Yeah, and doing a couple of contracts this time instead of just the normal... Oops. Whoa. Well, that was stupid. I was trying to retract the thing there and wasn't paying attention. Alright, we'll get it lined back up and hit helper again. Yep, there we go, helper. Okay, let me go dump these. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just got going on talking to my wife, and I didn't really forget about you guys, but it was one of those things where I'm like, well, I've got my be right back screen. Let me just leave it alone for just a minute and finish talking, and then I can get back and we'll be good. So we're good. So yeah, once we get this job done, we'll get back to the farm. What map am I playing on? This is... Hey, Martin, how you doing? This is... what is it? Not Dockside. Not Fellsbrunn, but the American map. God, I forgot the name of it already. Yeah, not Fellsbrunn, but the other one. I want to say Dockside, but that doesn't sound right. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. No, Ravenport. That's what it is. Port. All right, Chris. You take care, buddy. Have a good night, and we'll try to hook up tomorrow and get a couple of things straightened out. Oh, do you have that Michigan map? Yeah, I was just about to watch a video on it earlier, and I got a phone call, and I didn't get a chance to do it. How do you like it? Is it good? The Michigan map? Yeah, I'm kind of itching for a couple of really cool maps. Actually, I've gotten to like this map a little bit more now that I've started exploring it a little more. Do 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 do. Hard left. Yeah, I really enjoy learning the maps and learning where they are. I mean, like how to get around, you know, without having to bring up the map, the GPS thing every single time. Is it here? Yeah, here it is. Go ahead and drop these sugar beets. Unfortunately, we don't get paid for the sugar beets, but we do get paid for the job once it's all done, and we've got to be pretty close. Oh, okay, cool. You like it better than the game maps? Okay. Well, I'll definitely have to try that out. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to look at it, but I mean, it's hard to judge a map by the overhead view, and I kind of looked at the overhead view and went, it's kind of square. But yeah, I'll have to look at it, or I'll have to download it and try it out. That's one that I was already kind of looking at, and it looked interesting. So now that you have confirmed it, I will go ahead and do it. Do 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 do. All right, actually, I want to check and see how close we are on the contract. We've got to be close. We got to be in the 90s. 80%. Okay. All right, so it looks like I've got one more trailer full, I think, and then we should be good. Yeah, I like doing these jobs because they break up your the repetitiveness of just doing your own farm over and over and over. You know, planting, harvesting, so on and so forth, until you get a bigger farm. Once you get a bigger farm and a whole lot more fields, then it's a lot easier. But it's much better. It's got McDonald's, Wendy's, and all, so you can confirm it by downloading it. Oh, okay. Oh, so the one that I want to get to make sure it's the right one has McDonald's and Wendy's. Is that what you mean? I think that's what you're telling me. Golly, it's 10 o'clock here already. I didn't realize it was that late. But we're good for a little while longer. I'll probably be up even after I stop streaming. Oh, you have to take actual lunch breaks? Is that part of the map, like the built-in part? Like a mod that, I mean, not a separate mod, but so in other words, you have to take a lunch break? Oh, I know why this is not doing anything right now. Cause this is, yeah, this is where I've got to go down here and start going in the other direction. Because it's doing that weird thing, and that I knew it would. Where the fields, it depends on how they're drawn on the maps, whether the AI can follow it or not. So, there we go. Alright, let him continue on harvesting himself. That's a weird little harvester. It leans quite a bit to keep that. Oh. Well, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come out with something like that, to be honest, with as much, you know, as many things as they can do with mods and everything. I mean, they've got a real, what do they call it? I think it's called the real clock mod or real time mod or whatever. And that actually does keep the game time whatever time it really is, like on your computer, I guess, is where it pulls that from. So, all right, Chris, buddy, I'll check it out. It might not be tonight, but I'll definitely check it out by tomorrow. Once I get going on things. So yeah, we'll get it figured out. I don't know if yeah, I'll double check it. I didn't really hear it, but we'll see. Map has those restaurants on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's always fun when they put real life stuff in there. I mean, other than the real life tractors, but I mean recognizable stuff. That's what I enjoyed about mods for Euro Truck and American Truck is when they do the mods that actually have like real company logos and real stores and real trucks. Well, the trucks are real already, but like the trailers, real companies on the trailers, like the FedEx trucks or UPS trucks that are actual real logos, not the the made up ones like Post Ed or whatever it was for FedEx. So those are always fun. Oh, there's another little patch down here I didn't see. Yeah, so we still have a couple more loads of sugar beets to go, it looks like. Because I'm going to have to get all that over there to the right, and then we'll have to get all this too. Or most of it, maybe not all of it. They're kind of percentage based, so we shouldn't be in too much trouble here. Yeah, I managed to get all my jobs done on the Euro Truck for the Christmas thing, but I still have like either 4 or 5 more to go on American Truck, and we might be doing that tomorrow night on the stream. I haven't really decided yet if I want to do that or if I want to maybe do some more farming. I've really over the past couple of days just being able to play it myself. I've gotten into the farming again. I'm really enjoying it. All right, see, it's already saying that he's completed his task, which there's no way he's done. All right, let's go ahead and turn this off or on. Oh, are you, Chris? You're streaming ATS tomorrow? Well, you know what? If we can figure it out early enough in the day, maybe we could do a tandem run streamed together, possibly. We got to figure out the logistics of that, though, as far as getting the sound to cooperate with us on both ends. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. I know the connection will be fine, and all that, but I want to make sure that we can, that everybody can still hear us talk while we're doing it, but also have the ability to mute it if we need to, for whatever reason. And I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got to figure out how we're going to do it. Either we're going to do a Steam chat or maybe we could do Discord, something. I'm not really sure yet, but okay. So you're working till 7 your time, which is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 o'clock my time. So that'll give us at least another couple of hours after you get off work, because I can't start until after I'm finished with my work. So, I don't get off till 5 my time. So that would be 6, 7, 8. That'd be 10 o'clock your time. But I mean, if it's something simple, like as far as testing stuff, that might take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, that I might be able to squeeze in you know, between calls or whatever, but I can't, you know, do a full stream until I get off work. And even then, it might be a little bit later than that because I've got my brother-in-law coming over to clean some carpets tomorrow. So I forgot about that. I completely forgot until just now that he's coming over to clean some carpets. So anyway, we'll figure it out. Not worried about it. We got all the time in the world. All right, got these. Once I get these all done, we'll have to go to the other side there and finish that side up. Yeah, this is just those random ones that are kind of annoying. Well, guys, welcome to the channel. For anybody who is not a regular, I think I've already welcomed all the regulars. If I haven't, I apologize. Welcome, guys. Glad you could join me tonight. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. I sure did. Probably gained about 20 pounds in food, that's for sure. Ate way too much over the past couple of days. I had to kind of chill out today and just kind of eat very light. And I think I had like a V8 for breakfast. The V8 juice for breakfast, which was good. I mean, I do that quite often. But, yeah. Just way too much food. I will say this about this harvester here. It steers very odd. I mean, not odd for if you think about how it steers, but it's I guess it's just throwing me off because I'm so used to it. Most of the harvesters being a rear steer. This one front steers, and it also has all wheel steering, so it's it just moves a little bit strange, like when you're trying to line everything up like that. All right, we're just about done with this one section here, and then we'll go get started on the back section. All right, there we go. And now let's get down here. Let's see, how much do it? Yeah, I think I can probably make it down one side all the way, I think. We'll give it a shot. All right, Chris, buddy. Good night. Have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. All right, here we go. We are right there, just about to unload. I should be able to turn around, though, before we have to unload it, and that should allow me to get under the... well, no, it won't either, because of the way it's leaning. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop right here and go ahead and unload it. So it's leaning the right way. Yeah. That way I'll have plenty of room to get under it. Yeah, it's kind of, now that's pretty cool engineering if you think about it, because it keeps the bin level. Depending on, because see, if you look at the field itself, the field has kind of a hill or a slope to it, I mean, and the actual harvester, it keeps. If you look at the harvester, see how the trailer is tilted, but the harvester is flat. It's perfectly flat. If you look at the wheels, you can see that it's leaning. So that's kind of cool that they designed it that way. I guess it makes sense too, because with that much weight, you know, if it's leaning one way or the other. Oops. What do I need to do? Back up here? Probably. There we go. With that much weight, you know, if you lean too far, it'll flip the thing over. Because sugar beets are like potatoes, they're heavy. It's not like the grains, because the grains are not near as heavy as like a potato would be. Like the wheat, you know what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's, okay, I'm not gonna take this yet. I think we could probably fill the rest of it up with the harvester. Let's see, did I leave it running? Yeah, I did. So we should be able to get the rest of these and unload them in the trailer and drop them off in this last few passes here. So we don't have to get a new one. This is a cool machine, though. I do like it. Uh-oh. There we go. Must have got stuck on a hill or an incline there or something. Not really sure what happened. So that's why it was screwing up my vision as far as the way it looks right now. Because it looks like I'm like skewed to one side or the other, but I'm not. It's the way that the harvester actually leans on the slopes. Because if you look at the roof line is dead center. There goes the train again. All right. Well, guys, hopefully if there's anybody new watching out there, I could get you to at least consider subscribing. That would help me out tremendously. I'm really, really trying to hit that goal of 100 subscribers before the end of the year, but unless we get a few more subscribers here going, I don't think we're going to hit it. We're going to be close. I mean, real close, but it doesn't look like we're going to make it. So we are just about done with this one. I'll tell you, that's one thing that does amaze me is the engineering that goes into these machines that harvest things. Harvest and plant and everything else. When you talk about some mechanical engineers with, think of the math that is involved in this too. Creating machines like this. I mean, that's just, it boggles the mind. All right, about 1, 2, 3 more passes, I think. So I can see, oh, okay, that's an overhead view. The one on the left, that little, looks like an iPad phone or a tablet or something. That looks like a, I wonder if that's supposed to be like a rear view mirror or something. I'm not sure. And then the one on the right is an overhead picture of the harvester, I think. At least it looks like it. I can tell you in a second, because that little gray box that's right there at the back end, let me turn around and get lined up, and then I'll go to an outside view and see if that's actually what that's supposed to be. Let's see. I'm going to get lined back up here, get started on the row, and okay, outside view. Yep, that's what that's supposed to be, is an overhead view of the harvester. That's just a little strange. I do like the way the interior moves, though, and kind of, you know, has that air ride effect to it. Where the suspension kind of bounces you up and down. That's kind of neat. So Tyson, or if you're still with me, buddy, what map do you like to play? Because I've seen that you, I know you're on my Discord, and I've noticed several times that you're playing Farm Sim. I mean, you play it like a lot. I was just wondering what map you tend to play, and are you playing multiplayer or are you playing single player? If you're still on, or I might have lost him back to the world of Farm Sim 19. It could happen. Oh, there he is. Rolling Hills. Oh, okay. Is that a good one too? I've heard of it. I haven't checked it out though. I haven't really. I've only downloaded a couple of mods. And they're just kind of the more practical ones. Um, Multiplayers with my friends. If you want to doing. Yeah, maybe we'll see. I'm also thinking about depending on how many people we can get um, that do play Farm Sim. I mean, I wouldn't be totally opposed to getting one going for the channel, an actual server, for at least like maybe up to 8 people, for a few months at least to see how it goes. Because I mean, they're cheap. That would be kind of fun. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the people so far that subscribe to me are in the UK, which is all the way across the ocean from where I am. So we're going to have to do it would have to be an international server, not just a continental Europe one. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so now I'm not sure. I think I'll have to go around to the other side. I don't think this is going to let me do it. It might. Or it might not. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Oh, it did. Good. All right. Now the question is, will it hold all of it or not? Probably not. Nope, it's not going to. It's going to fill it completely up. Yep. All right, but that may be enough for us to get the contract finished. Yeah, Tyson, for sure. Send me over. Sorry, I read that and I meant to say something, but I didn't reply to it. Yeah, send me the link for sure if you don't mind me coming and joining in. I'm looking for one that doesn't stream quite so bad. One that doesn't lag quite so bad. I'm currently playing some on the Mark Armstrong farm one, and it works, and I like the farm a lot. But I lose connection like once every couple hours. I'll lose connection, and it's not because of my internet. It's just because of the servers, being all the way in the UK. It's just that's kind of the nature of networks, unfortunately. So, but I mean, whatever. We'll figure something out for sure. Because I would like to get a few more people and have like a good group of 4 or 5 people that would, that take it seriously and don't just screw around on it. And I'm not talking about total, not just being like farm sim, just totally religious farm sim, nothing else by any means. But I'm also saying, like when you go in, you know what's going on, and not to get anything. Is this where I need to go? No. Wait, is it? No. I need to go back down here. How did I turn around that way? Wait a minute. Now I'm lost. I need to go down to the restaurant. How did I get all the way down there? I don't remember going that far down. Okay, so I guess the easiest way is going to be go here, and then I could have gone down that way, but I'm not going to go down the dirt road. I'll go down this way. Oh, you bought a server. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Now, is it a international server or a U.S. server, or is it UK? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Rolling Hills. You think international? Okay, it probably is. Um, I mean, you're in the U.S., right, Tyson? I think. I think I've caught your streams before, and if you're not in the U.S., you certainly sound like you are. As far as your voice, it sounds similar to mine. As far as being a little bit southern. Ugh. All right, so we are going to the right up here to the restaurant, or not? Yeah, the restaurant. You only have 4 people online. You mean? Oh, you mean the server itself only has up to 4 people? Or do you mean there's 4 people on the farm right now? All right, this should complete this contract, and then we can go back to my actual farm. Okay, only 4 online right now. How many will it hold? 16 or 8? Or do you know? All right, that should have, yeah, contract on field 17 finished. It gave me a little bit of income, but once I collect this, that'll give me 9,000. Or yeah. All right, so we're done with that. And let's go ahead and get back to ours. And we should be able to fertilize and weed. Let me just check the map and see. Okay. Fruit types. All right, so we need to weed for sure. I turned it on just to have something, another piece of equipment, something else to do. I mean, I've got the pretty decent size weeder here, so it won't take long to do. All right, let's go ahead and unfold this. I'll go ahead and lower it. And here we go. Yeah, I don't love the weeds, but as I'm going along, I do want to make this more, kind of more realistic as far as what all you really do have to do. I'm also trying not to, well, I say trying not to. I'm not fast forwarding time as much now, but that'll be easier to do once, or easier to prevent having to do. Having to fast forward time as much once we get to the point of having so many fields that we can stagger them. Plant on one, harvest on another. And that way you'll always have something to do. But with, fields this small, it certainly does not take long to do what you need to do, and then you kind of just have to sit there and wait. So, I'll go run, or I'll speed up time till nighttime, and then I'll go jump in the house and make yourself go to sleep in the house, and that'll pass time as well. All right, let's see now. When I get done with this one, I'm going to check the map and make sure that I got it all, and then it actually is removing the weeds. I usually like to check it because sometimes I can't really see. Okay, I missed one spot here. It looks like kind of right in the middle. Let's try that again here. Yeah, about right in here. Is that where I got it? Yeah, that's where it was. Honestly, Tyson, I don't know that I'll be in tonight after the stream. Normally, after the streams, I kind of chill out and usually go to bed. Um, just because I do stream for so long, kind of need to just relax my mind because I do have to get up and work as well tomorrow. I will be in tomorrow morning. Um, that I know for sure. Probably about between 9 and 10 a.m. Eastern time. Usually I'll stop in and just say morning everybody, and if you see me do that, then you'll know that I'm around. And then yeah, you can feel free to message me at that point, for sure. But yeah, probably tonight I'm probably not going to be too active on the Discord tonight after I get done streaming. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Wife walked in again, said something. I thought I heard some talking, and she was behind me talking to me. Didn't realize I was streaming still, so had to mute it for a minute there. Gotta stop this yawning too. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not actually that tired. Guess I am kind of doing this the hard way. Going across this way instead of the long way, but oh well. Yeah, weeding is a pain. I mean, it really is. And I know you can turn it off. I actually just turned it back on. I've also got lime and plowing turned on as well. Oh, the house? Where do you find the house? Well, it depends on which game you started. As far as the difficulty, if you started on New Farmer or the one in the middle, whatever that one is, Farm Manager, I think, then you will have the house, I believe. If you did the third one, whichever one that is, the one that has like hardly any money and no equipment and nothing, then you may have to build the house. But the house itself is over here on this map. Now on the other one, it's on the other map, Felsbrunn. I believe you have to place it. I think. Actually, maybe not. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played that map. But here's the house, and what you do is you go up to the door here. You can actually go in, but what you do is if you hit F1 in there, you'll see your different options, and you can hit the R key to sleep, and that will let you sleep overnight. But it has to be getting dark before it'll let you do it, or it'll just say that you're not tired. But if you want to, like at night, you can go in there and once it starts to get dark, you go in there and sleep, and it will pass time to the next day. So hopefully that'll help you out. It's helped me out several times, especially when I was just getting started. Because, it takes a while to get the stuff to grow. So I usually put it on 120. While I'm working on things, I'll leave it at normal speed. But once I go up to, and I've run out of things to do, and I'm waiting on something to harvest to grow, then I'll go ahead and speed it up to 120 times speed and go from there. And then that way, it'll be ready to do the next round of fertilizer or go ahead and harvest it or whatever. Alright, I think this will be pretty close once we get this one, this last little pass here. I'll check the map. Yeah, this should be the last pass for this, and then we'll have to go do 19. Yeah, 19's, 19's in pretty bad shape. That's one of the ones that I had to cut down a few trees and modify just to get a little bit more field space going on it. And I'd forgotten how much I hate doing trees manually with a chainsaw. Well, it's not so much the cutting them down that's a pain. It's the here, let me fold it up till we get over there. It's the loading it onto the wagon is a pain. Why is this? Oh, still had it lowered. I'm like, why in the world is this driving so slow? Oh, and that that silo that I've got is actually a seed silo and a fertilizer silo that automatically replenish, or not automatically, but you can buy seed and fertilizer directly from there instead of having to go to the shop and getting the bales or the pallets, the big bags of seed and whatnot. So that I had to have. It's just one of those mods that's like, why didn't they, give you this option? Anyway. All right. And I think, if I remember right, I think I bought the doghouse for over, I think he's right over there. Yeah, he's just past this tree. Yeah, he's running around out there. I see him now. Shadow. But there he is. If you can see him running. Now let me get rid of that. We don't need that. I always have a hard time lining this field up because it leans. And you can't do, on the weeder, you can't do the, I can't remember what they're called, the little things that go out like when you're planting. It's a little wheel that goes out and marks where the, like out to the edge of the planter. That way you can, if you drive the tractor down that center line on the way back, you'll match up perfectly with the width of the seeder and whatnot. A row marker, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's a row marker. Oh boy. Do 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 do. Oh man. Starting to get lazy again. Having the yawn. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I was thinking about, I've got a new office desk light. It's an LED light that you can change like the different light colors, temperatures. You know, you got white, you got like a bluish kind of, and then you got like more of a street light looking yellowish sort of light, or maybe more of a natural light. Um, I was thinking about using that, you know, like shine more on my face and stuff for the streams, but for what it looks like on my side, I don't really need to do that. I mean, it looks like there's a fair, the light is good enough. Maybe, you know, if I get a different camera angle going, like, you know, to where you can see the triple screens or something like that, that would be one that we could play around with, the lighting and whatnot. All right, let's see. I know for sure that I'm not going to get all this. I'll have to make one more trip coming back. Yeah, because I'll have to go at an angle here, or I'll miss a big chunk of it in the middle. So close. I'll go back down one time and then we'll go back down the middle as well. Here's the part that's going to be hard, is getting this lined up without hitting the trees but getting all the weeds. That's a tree that I'm going to have to take down, plus I need to take down those other two as well. But there were other trees here. I've already taken down like 2 or 3 and just kind of made this field a little bit bigger. But I want to take those 2 out and make it even bigger. Or these 3, I mean. Guys, don't forget, if you are new to the stream, at least consider subscribing. If you're having a good time tonight, enjoying the stream, I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up as well on the video. That helps out more than you know. And I would greatly appreciate the subscription, because we are trying to get to 100 before the end of the year. And we've been doing pretty good so far, but it's getting close to the end of the year now. We've only got about 6 days or 5 days left, 5 or 6. And I mean, we could totally do it, because I've gotten like 10 in one night before. So anyway, at least consider that. That would be awesome. All right, how are we looking here? All right, yeah, we're good. All right, so I need to turn that off. Need to fold this up. We'll go drop this back off. Well, actually, no, I don't even need to detach it yet. I'll have to see if I need to. I don't think I need to weed again yet. I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. It's still lowered. All right, let me back this in. I'm just doing this from the outside view because I don't like having to readjust the view from the inside using the arrow keys. There used to be a mod that would do that for you too, which is, it basically did the same thing the Vultra did, where it turns your view around 180 degrees. All right, so we've got, this is the fertilizer. Yeah, let me check here. Okay, so it's fertilized once, but we need to fertilize it again, but I don't think I can do that yet because the time hasn't passed yet. So this is going to be one of those instances where I'm going to go ahead and bump the time up to 120%. Let's go ahead and save it. Turn the engine off while we're waiting. So bump the monitor out of the way. There we go. So basically we're just waiting for this to pop up its next layer of growth. And as soon as that happens, we'll turn the time back to real time and go ahead and fertilize it all again. And hopefully we won't have to weed it a second time, but we may have to. There we go. All right. So there's that. Let's go ahead and change the time back to real time. Save it again. And now we can go get back in the tractor and go ahead and fertilize. Or fert. We can fert it. And this thing sprays some serious fertilizer too, so it won't take any time to do this. Let's go up here and start with this one and work our way back. Usually this I like to zoom out quite a bit so I can see where exactly I'm hitting. And about 2 more passes on this, and then we'll move on to that little field. That little field won't take but just a minute to do. And we'll do this pass and then one more just to make absolutely sure I get the edge done. I think. Whoops, let me go back to the regular map here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you always like to see that dark blue color. That means you're good and fertilized. The thing I like about this trailer too is that you can do fertilizer and you can do lime in it. But boy, lime, you talk about disappearing quick. Lime, if fertilizer lasts forever, lime, I mean, it's like gone in no time. It doesn't take long at all to get rid of your lime. Alright, so here is that done. Let's go ahead and hit this one about 3 little swoops. Alright, one more here, and then we'll go up to the big field. And at some point, at least once I get a little bit better handle on what I'm going to do with the farm, I'm probably going to actually turn on crop destruction. You know, I'll have to get a shop over here though, so I can change the tires on the tractor back and forth from the narrow ones to the wide ones and so on. That's the major thing that I'm waiting on to do that. Make it a little more challenging that way. That way you got to actually think about how you're going to approach, like when you collect the harvest from the harvesters. You got to make sure that the harvester is going to be pointed the right way, or the pipe, I mean, so you're not having to drive over the crops to get to unload the harvester. That's one thing that you'll do. And then you'll need to make sure that the wheels are the narrow wheels, so you at least minimize. I've never actually driven over with the narrow wheels, so I don't know if that totally like negates the crop destruction, or if it just kind of minimizes it. Just haven't tested that out yet. Do 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 do. Definitely want to get the other seeder. There's I've got a decent seeder right now, but there's another one. It's just a little bit bigger, but it also you can fill it up with fertilizer as well as seed. So while you're seeding, you can go ahead and fertilize the crop as well at the same time. So that takes one trip of like doing this out of it. I mean, you still have to have this type of a fertilizer though for that second round of fertilizing to get your full, you know, whatever it is, 100%. Okay, and there we are. We are fertilized as much as we can fertilize it for this round of crop. And let's see. I'm not going to fully park it. I'll just move it kind of over here and just kind of make it stop right here. Out of the way a little bit. Turn the engine off. All right, what time is it here? 16:35. That's still fairly early in the day. I want to see, you know what? Here, let's go ahead and increase the time, because I want to see what it looks like at night with these new lights that I put up. I want to see if this lights up the way I kind of planned it to. Hopefully it does. But we're going to find out. I love seeing the clouds go across the sky like that. That's very, they do that in like movies and stuff to pass time. That's a neat little effect. Actually, I had it rain again the other day on me while I was playing this. That was kind of neat. That's spaced apart fairly well where you don't see that a whole lot. But yep, here's my, where I just added this. I'm leaving the ground kind of crooked right here, but I definitely wanted to straighten this side up, so you know, it's easier to get like to pull straight out of and then go over here like in this direction and keep going. What I want to do is, or what I'm planning on doing, is putting like a fence line like right here, sort of like a bridge more or less, and maybe put it like right up along this line here, just to kind of enclose this so I can tell, you know, where the edge is, so I don't flip over the tractor. But yeah, I'll do that later once I get a little bit more money going on. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so there's one of them. Here's another one. So that's pretty cool. You can see that. Okay, this is cool. I like them. Yeah, you can see that barn. You can see the under the light here. Now you should be able to see over here by the windmill. Pretty good. Yep, that lights up pretty well. And I put one there more for, you know, just kind of showing, okay, well, obviously, hey, there's my farm. You know, so, okay. That works. I might need one more kind of over here, like right in here if it'll fit. Just to kind of highlight the silo a little bit more. But yeah, that works. All right, let me go look at the crop again and see what it says for weeds, if I need to weed it again. Nope. Nope, there we go. It's still growing. 100%. All right, I might need to weed it again, but I'm going to go ahead and sleep in the house to go ahead and pass that time. Let's go ahead and sleep 8 hours. There we go. And yep, we're still waiting on the crop. Let me see if it needs to be weeded again yet. Oh, there it went. It just changed, and no more weeding. So, all right, all the crops changed. Let me change it back to real time here. And save. All right, guys, it's just about me. It's 2.5 hours right at it streaming. So I appreciate everybody for joining me again tonight. Thanks for anybody who watches this later on down the line and decides that this might be something that is a channel that you might like to continue watching. I'd appreciate a subscription there for sure. Also, guys that are still in the stream, don't forget to go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the video if you would. That would help me out. And yeah, so that's going to be me for tonight. I appreciate it, guys, and we will catch you soon. Probably tomorrow. I'm not really sure exactly what time, but we may be doing some multiplayer, either trucking or multiplayer farming. I'm not really sure yet. Probably multiplayer trucking, but anyway. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, DT Fang, we'll see you tomorrow.